Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to the Perceptual Shift Show. My name is James Quine, and this is my brother,
Robbie. I am a perceptual shifter as well, and I'm one hell of a life lover.
Me too.
Cheers.
Bro. Cheers. Little slurpee
Life
this
loving
morning.
slurps.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are here to share with you the incredible experience of perceptually shifting into a place of abundance.
Right.
And loving life.
I want to perceptually shift into a song right now.
What song is that?
It's about you and your cinnamon tea.
I love my cinnamon
The love
tea.
affair that you have with your cinnamon tea.
So you wrote a song. Well, we're going to do our intro song.
Yeah.
So you want to do another song? A different song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm throwing you a curveball.
What do you got? That's a curveball.
I stole this from Neil Young. Please don't sue me, Neil. It's called Cinnamon Tea.
What do you got? You need an accompaniment? Or
Yes,
you good?
I want you to jam with me.
What chords?
A, E minor, G, D, A. James is in love with his cinnamon tea. He could be happy the rest of his life with his cinnamon tea. This is so bloopery.
It's okay.
It's like the king of the bloopers.
All right. Well, I'm learning it.
Okay.
I don't even know this song.
Okay. James is in love with his cinnamon tea. He could be happy the rest of his life with his cinnamon tea.
Okay, again. I'm in love with my cinnamon tea. I fucked up. All right, I'm done.
All right.
That was cool, though. I like it, man. I am in
just-
love with my cinnamon tea.
I know, it's really from the heart.
Okay.
Well, why are you putting your guitar away? Aren't we going to start our little...
No, we're done. We're in the middle of the show.
All right. It's
Come on, let's
starting
go.
off all
That was
clunky.
cute, though. That was cute. I like it. Okay. Anyway, after that diversion, which I appreciate,
Yeah.
and thank you, Neil Young.
That's part of being a life lover.
Yeah, exactly. We are here to share with you the book that I wrote called The Perceptual Shift, How to Love Your Life and Manifest Abundance. And we are going through this book actually every Saturday. We do a little session for anybody that wants to.
That's right.
Join us.
We do it on Zoom.
We do it on Zoom. It is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're both there. We answer questions.
Yep, we're doing
can
it with
talk
you
to us
guys.
if
We're
you're
in the
interested.
trenches. We're perceptually shifting right alongside of you
Yeah,
guys.
the Zoom link should be
We do it all
in
together.
the description of this podcast. And if you're listening to it on Spotify or Apple, you can get the link and the password if you DM me at Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
James M. Quine. M for Michael. So
Right.
if you hit me up there, I'll get you that. Also, if you want to buy the book, you can DM me there. I can give you a signed copy, or just go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble online. Perceptual Shift by James Quine. You can grab a copy of the book if you want.
Or if money is tight, you can get the Kindle version.
How much?
Cheap, $2.99 or something.
Yeah, okay. A couple of
Ducats.
rubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, something like that. So if you do that, you'll definitely want to have a journal
Right.
or a notebook or something to
Yeah.
write in, because the book has a lot of questions, and we're going to actually answer some of those questions today. We're going to go through pages, I believe we're on page 50, 51, something like that. Let me take a quick look here. I believe, yes, we're going to do 51 and 52 today. So before we dive into the book and
Right.
get deep into it, but it's really cool. It's called The Reluctance to Reframe. And it really talks about how sometimes we're apprehensive to reframe. We'll
Sure.
explain reframing to you in a minute.
Right.
But before we get into it, we're going to actually do our real intro song.
That's correct.
The cinnamon tea one was not exactly our real one. That was a little clunky. Hopefully
I
it
know.
won't be quite as clunky.
Yeah, we'll start nailing the cinnamon tea song.
Yeah. We're perceptually shifting. These glasses
That's right.
basically signify the idea that we want to put on a new pair of glasses.
Thank you.
And those glasses are going to allow us to see our life and the world and others in a different way.
It's like gratitude vision.
Yeah. And more love.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to see life in a more loving way.
Right. Exactly.
And myself too.
Yeah. And to have some joy and just change it up a little bit. Get out of the bluesy, icky ick.
So if you wear glasses, if you wear
vision.
seeing glasses, if you wear glasses for vision far away, if you wear sunglasses, when you put on your glasses, imagine shifting your perception as well.
Right.
Whenever you're putting on your glasses.
Exactly.
And see things in a more kind, loving, and tolerant way.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of pretty perceptually shifty.
Yeah. It will transform you because this whole idea of transformation, of opening ourselves up to abundance, to loving life, is a very active process. We have to be intentional about what we're doing. So,
and also be creative.
Yes. Putting the glasses on is intentional, and so is picking up the guitar.
And it's fun to be weird.
It is fun to be weird. That's why we have weird glasses.
That's why we're weird guys. You ready?
I'm ready.
For our weird song? Welcome to the Shift Show. Get ready for the mind flow. You're gonna see the world in a brand new way. We'll show you how to love life. Eliminate your strife. You'll manifest all that you desire. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Beautiful.
Voila.
What happened there, bro?
I was stuck in cinnamon tea song.
Ah,
My brain just went over to
you. I was looking at your fingers there for a second. I'm like, oh, where is he going?
Two songs at the same time.
Where is he going? And part of loving life is being kind and loving to yourself.
Thank you, yeah.
We're not perfectionists,
I
and we'll never
agree.
be. And that perfectionism really constrains us and makes us feel
it's
less
so
than.
rigid. Yeah, it's like
super
being
rigid.
a robot.
Exactly. So
Yeah, go with the flow, baby.
go with the flow, baby. Okay.
And also learn to relax, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have to bat 100 all the time.
Don't take yourself so
Thank
seriously.
You get a ding for that, bro.
My first ding of the show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Lighten up.
All right, so we are on the Reluctance to Frame. We are in the chapter, The Art of Reframing. And just as a reminder, if this is your first show with us, the idea of reframing is looking at life and situations differently from a better perspective. And when I say better, what I really mean is from a perspective that allows you to be comfortable in your own skin, to feel good, to be at peace, right?
That sounds awesome. It's so much healthier and it's more fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was listening to something this morning and I think it was Jim Rohn. Have you ever heard Jim Rohn?
No.
I think that's how you say his last name. He's not alive anymore, but he had some video on about the 10 things you should always remember. And these aren't suggestions. They're actually actionable things to do each day that will definitively give you a life beyond your wildest dreams. He doesn't use those words. Those are words we use. But the idea, was that 10 things. And many of those things are encapsulated in this book. And they're everywhere. You can find them everywhere.
Yeah.
But one of them was this idea. One of them was consistency, which I thought is phenomenal. Because if you're not consistent, you're going to be disappointed all the time at yourself.
Oh, I think that's important.
But the other idea was to not push yourself so hard that you're constantly disappointing yourself.
Right.
Yeah. And that's, you can never live up to unrealistic expectations.
Wow. That's a very important thing too. It's like, it's kind of setting myself up for failure. If it's too high of a goal.
It's a weird balance because we want to set these really high goals.
I agree.
But with the understanding that if I get even halfway there, it's incredible.
Right. That's fantastic. It's progress, not perfection.
Rather than I'm going to set this really high goal, and if I don't reach it, I'm a failure.
Right.
That's not going to work for me.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
and the self-loathing that comes along with it, and it's just a bunch of drama.
Exactly. All right, so let's get into this. We got a couple of pages. So the reluctance to reframe. While reframing is a powerful tool, it can be challenging to adopt at first. The victim mentality or tendency to blame is deeply ingrained in our society, often reinforced by those around us. It's understandable then that for many of us, our initial response to conflict is to focus on others and what we perceive they have done us wrong, right? The blame game.
Yep. The
Yeah.
blame game
It's
is
so
lame.
easy to fall into that trap, though.
Yeah.
For some, victimhood can almost become an addiction, an unconscious habit of constantly identifying with struggle, injustice, and wrongdoing.
Yeah. That's called drama queenism.
Yeah, it is. We all know people who seem stuck in a loop of complaining about what's wrong and who has wronged
Oh
them,
my God. How boring.
rarely seeking solutions or taking accountability.
Right.
This mindset can be incredibly limiting, keeping them in a perpetual state of frustration and powerlessness. But what's interesting is you will notice, or I have noticed, that complainers, chronic complainers, CCs, aggregate.
Not CC DeVille from Poison, but
No,
other CC.
they aggregate and they tend to group together
Right.
and shit talk everybody.
Right.
And they love to shit talk.
Like a gang.
Yeah, like, oh my God, did you hear so and so? And it's like, man, the other day this person did this and that. I was driving and some guy. And it's just a constant complaint.
And they usually exaggerate too, like, you know.
Well, yeah, because it makes the story better.
Right. It's a juicier. Yeah.
You know, he hit me
Right.
so hard, and it's like, oh, is that the guy that you said accidentally bumped you the other day? Oh yeah, but it felt like a hit.
He stepped on my toe in the elevator.
All right. Gossip often extends this pattern, creating temporary connection through shared negativity rather than inspiring meaningful change. So the opposite of that is hanging around people that aren't talking about, you know, their bruised ego, or, you know, all the people that have done them wrong, or all the people that are wrong in the world, or the politicians that are wrong,
Right.
or, you know, whatever it is that is wrong. But they're talking about what's right, which is gratitude.
Thank you.
They're talking about the good stuff of life.
That's right.
Hang around those people and your life will become immeasurably better.
Oh my God. It's just choose a higher vibration of friendships, of communication, of it's kind of boils down to love, I think.
Exactly. It is
I
about
mean,
love.
self-care too. I would way choose to be around people that are in that ilk.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, by becoming aware of when we slip into these behaviors, hanging out with the wrong people,
Right.
gossiping and shit talking,
Yeah.
we can redirect our focus toward empowerment, healing, and meaningful change.
Right.
Now, I want to bring something up because people have brought this up to me before, and that is, I use the word shit talking
Right.
or blaming. And other people get upset because periodically they say, but they really did that.
Right.
They really did that thing to me. They really, you know, created that problem for me. They, you know, why can't I honestly tell you why they're bad or
Right.
what they did or why it's not good that this person in politics did this thing or and
Yeah.
the reality is, and this is important, it can be factual,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean talking about it is going to help me love my
Right.
life and be at peace.
Right. I mean, some people think it's really therapeutic to vent all the time.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's put a timer on it, you know, 2-minute
Yeah.
vent or less.
Yeah.
Preferably none.
2 seconds.
Thank you. That's very awesome. You get a ding for that one.
Thank you. Second ding of the day.
I mean, you were 1 second man, now you're 2 second man. But
All right.
still, it's very excellent.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Breaking the cycle of blame requires recognizing these patterns and addressing the barriers that hinder personal growth. So again, I'm going to say, shit talking hinders personal growth. Talking about factual events that are negative is not going to attract abundance into your life.
I think it actually repels it.
I agree. Common obstacles that get in the way of our ability to reframe into the positive include attachment to the story.
Yeah.
We can get really attached to how bad it was, or they are.
Attachment to the drama. Let's keep it real.
You're right. The drama queenism
I mean, they get very passionate about how they were abused.
Look at TV.
I got the short end of the stick.
If you write a screenplay for TV and you don't have drama, it's not going to sell.
Right. It's like flatline.
We're conditioned to enjoy drama.
Yeah.
I mean, you even watch those, Dun-Dun, whatever those things are.
Those murder shows.
Yeah, the murder shows, the drama,
Right.
And I'm into drama. I read fiction novels that are dramatic and James Bond and whatever, all this stuff.
I was watching James Bond yesterday, and Pussy Galore was on there.
Uh-huh.
And James Bond macked on her so hard. He was great.
You like that name, Pussy Galore?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay. Attachment to the story. Okay. Maybe pussy cats. Maybe they feel like it's,
Anything with pussy is cute.
I think you're going really overboard here. You've now pushed the envelope of I think that we could be banned.
Guilty as charged.
Banned on YouTube for the word. All right. We often cling to our initial interpretation of events, even when it's painful, because it feels familiar. And a lot of times that familiarity we're feeling comes all the way from childhood.
Oh my God. The family patterns, yeah, definitely.
So ask yourself, is this the only way to view the situation? Or what if there's another explanation that feels less hurtful and more empowering? If somebody crashed into my car and I say, man, this guy crashed in my car, he wasn't looking, that's probably not going to make me feel great.
Right.
But if I say, hey, the good news is I'm okay. I got into a little fender bender.
That is good news.
I have insurance. We have insurance.
Right.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, thank you.
The guy actually was nice. He felt bad.
Right.
This is a different way of framing it.
Yeah, and also accidents happen.
Exactly. Exactly. By rewriting the story, you open yourself to new possibilities for understanding, healing, and growth.
Right.
Okay, the second obstacle that gets in the way of our ability to reframe is fear of letting go.
Right.
Changing your perspective may require letting go of old beliefs or identities, which can feel unsettling. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
This process takes time, and it's okay to move at your own pace.
I like baby steps. Yes.
Exactly.
I really do.
Remember, growth doesn't have to be rushed. In
Yeah.
fact, I would say
Yeah.
oftentimes growth is better if it's not rushed.
I think slow and steady wins the race sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even small steps forward are meaningful.
Yes, absolutely. One day at a time, one step at a time.
Exactly. 1 minute at a time.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, another thing that could block you from reframing is cynicism.
Right.
A negative mindset can make it very difficult to see the value in reframing,
Right. Mm-hmm.
which is sort of also being stuck in the old pattern.
Yeah, and there could be some fear mixed in there too.
Right. Someone might be listening right now and say, okay, the name of the book is The Perceptual Shift, How to Love Your Life and Manifest Abundance. I've been listening to 3 shows and I haven't manifested any abundance.
Right.
Not a single penny. Well, when you read the whole book, you realize that abundance is not just pennies.
Thank you.
It's a lot more than that.
Oh my God.
And my favorite type of abundance is
that
the abundance.
deserves a ding. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. My favorite type of abundance is the abundance that allows me to feel good and love my
Yes.
life. That is abundance.
Health is abundance.
Health is
Joy is abundance. Creativity is abundance. Family.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving last night. Very intimate.
Yes.
Warmth.
I love going around the table
Oh,
and saying,
yeah.
what are you grateful
We
for?
did that last night,
Yeah.
and everyone opened up and was keeping it real. It was
It was
beautiful.
sweet. Yeah, I love that.
I want to
Okay.
do that every Thanksgiving from now on.
I want to do that every day.
Thank you.
Every time.
Oh my God, you're getting so many dings.
But think about it, there's a custom, it's sort of religious, but a custom for people to pray when they eat
Yes.
food, right?
Yeah.
But what about if, rather or in conjunction with that, you also said, okay, and before we take a bite, let's say something we're grateful for,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's any opportunity to grab onto some gratitude.
And it can be small. I'm grateful for these really fantastic asparagus that we had last night.
They were delicious.
Cooked perfectly
They
with
were
the butter.
delicious.
Yeah, they just melted in my mouth.
Those were great.
I don't like when they're too limp, and I don't like when they're too crispy. They
Exactly.
were right in between perfect.
Yeah. They did have a pretty profound, immediate effect on the smell of my urine, though. Just saying. Just saying. I was like,
my
woo! Okay. All right, so let's continue with that idea.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Replace your cynical thoughts with empowering ones in order to change the internal script and cultivate gratitude. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Internal script. It's got a little Hollywood in there. It's nice.
Exactly. Okay, and the last blockade to reframing.
Whoa, you're
is our
breaking out
ego.
all these great words.
Yeah.
Blockade. I haven't heard that one in a
A
while.
lot of letters, right?
Yeah.
Our ego. Many of us cling to being right or winning because in the past, being wrong or losing often brought us pain. Didn't have my napkin on my lap.
Right.
That could physically hurt me as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask yourself, is being right or winning now truly worth it if it leads to unhappiness for you and others? I would say no.
Yeah.
And that's what Tom says all the time.
That's a
right?
high price tag.
Would I rather be
Yes,
right or happy?
Exactly. Serenity. Hang on to it, man.
Yeah. If your answer is no, you don't believe that winning is more important than being happy, you've already started the process of shifting your perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Just by recognizing
You're
that.
becoming a Zen master.
Right. And winning can be even winning in an argument. In
Yeah.
other words, someone could say, you don't need to stop at a red light if you're turning right.
Yeah.
And you might think
I remember this.
that that's not true, but do you really need to say it?
Right.
Do you really need to be right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or can you just let that go?
Oh, definitely.
And that the impetus for wanting to say it and wanting to be right and wanting a pat on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll screw people up because what it does is if I'm right, you're wrong.
Correct.
And if you're wrong, are you going to want to really hang out with me if I keep
Right.
making you wrong?
Yeah, and does the other person have to have egg on their face?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like this is another way of saying choose my battles.
exactly. In fact, in relationships, I have gotten into the habit where when I have the presence of mind to do this, I will envision myself walking over to their area and standing next to them and taking their side.
Right.
Let's say somebody's saying, hey, James, you're not cleaning these dishes well. They're still dirty. There's still food on them. My normal reaction is to react and be defensive or fight or, be hurt or, go into self-pity or something like that.
Flick it
But if
off.
I have the presence of mind and I take a breath and I pause and I walk over to where they
Yes.
are and I realize that they're spending time making sure that the dishes are clean, which I use, and I'm not doing the same courtesy to them, then what I can say is, hey, you know what? That's not cool. I need to
Right.
do a better job.
Yeah.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
Can you help me figure out how to do this the way
Sure.
that it's supposed to be done?
They'll be only way too happy to show you. how.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is nice to invite that in. It's like, let's get out of the problem and into the solution.
Right.
Clean dishes.
And this is about seeing it from their point of view.
Yeah, and some people, I mean, I sort of respect that. It's like they don't want to get a disease.
They don't.
They
And
don't want botulism.
Who wants to, get your spoon for your cereal
Yeah.
bowl and see like a chunk of old cornflakes
Yeah.
stuck on the spoon?
I feel that.
Not
yeah.
interested.
It's kind of like takes away your appetite.
All right, to overcome resistance, start small. Practice reframing minor annoyances or setbacks before tackling the larger ones.
Right.
Over time, this practice will become a natural and empowering habit.
Right.
And, they have a lot of books out there, Atomic Habits and all these different habits. And
Yeah.
we were talking about consistency before. But
Sure.
when these behaviors become habitual,
Yeah.
then they will replace the existing habits that we have that are unhealthy.
Right.
If I'm washing my body and let me go back. If I'm going to the doctor because I have toe jam or something like that,
Right.
and the doctor says, well, you're getting this because you're really not cleaning between your toes.
By the way, is your toe healing pretty good from the Murphy bed thing?
Yeah, well, actually, the toe cracked like
Yeah,
the nail cracked,
yeah,
but
that-
it cracked fairly close to the top, so it's going to be there. It's going to
That
it's
shit
fine.
hurts.
Well, what I've done is
Does it get snagged on stuff?
I haven't snagged it because I've kept a Band-Aid on it. the
Oh,
whole
that's
time.
smart.
I'm Band-Aiding it and putting some kind of either Vaseline or ointment or
Oh, that's
something to
great.
keep it moist.
That's good.
I'm really
self-care.
loving it and taking
No,
care
it
of it.
sounds like it. And
You know-
you're giving it a chance to heal, which is important.
I swear to everybody that this works. If you have an injury and you love that injury,
Thank
you show
you.
it love.
That-
You give it a kiss.
Thank
you, bro.
You're just stacking up the
It's
dings.
a lot of
today.
dings this show.
Yeah.
And you really
Love
are
it.
loving. You say, I'm so sorry I did that.
Right.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. I love you. You're going to be okay.
Instead of I'm an idiot for stubbing my toe.
Don't like rip the
I
skin
know.
off and be
It's-
abusive.
Some
Oh,
people are
"Ugh,
terrible.
But take
about
some
that.
time to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
To love yourself. To give it love.
And to be human and just, I stubbed my toe. I'm going to take care of my toe instead
For-
of being mad.
For me, it heals a lot faster.
I agree.
And it also feels a lot better.
It's like you're being a nurse to your own body,
Exactly.
which is really cool.
Love is powerful, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Love is power. Ding again. I'm sorry.
ding?
You're just.
that was scary, dude. Oh, you hit the wood on the thing.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
Well,
you got to be
maybe it
gentle
was
with this thing.
profound, you know.
There we
Yeah,
go.
gentle with the toe, gentle
Yeah,
with
and
the
every once
hippie
in a while,
roll.
you can ding and you can hit a few of them. It's nice. It
Yeah,
sounds
that is nice.
Okay.
But I really like to emphasize
The word.
love
Okay.
yourself.
Gotcha.
Being
All right. So we're on the question part of the show.
okay.
Have you, Robbie, ever found yourself blaming others or focusing on what's wrong instead of seeking solutions ever in your life? Have you ever blamed anyone in your entire life?
Millions of times.
Okay. All right.
But
So-
a recent one?
well, hold on a second.
Okay.
And if you're in the audience listening, ask yourself, have you ever blamed anyone before?
Right.
Chances are the answer is yes.
Affirmative.
It is for me. I
Let's
know
be
that
honest
as well.
here.
Okay.
Please. Yes.
And the other side of that question is focusing on the problem or what's wrong instead of the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want a quick caveat here.
Yeah.
Of course, we need to know what the problem is before we
Yes.
find the solution. We're
Yeah.
not talking about
Right.
identifying the problem. We're talking about focusing on the
Yeah,
problem.
or dwelling on the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cogitating on the problem.
Yeah.
Meditating on the problem. Right. Okay. So now that we've identified that, the question to you, Robbie, is have you recently blamed somebody for something?
The answer is yes.
And who is that person?
It's-
You can use an anonymous word if you want to
okay.
protect the innocent.
I'll just keep it vague. It's my manager at my apartment building.
Okay, your apartment manager. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you blame them for?
We didn't have hot water for a month.
A month of no hot water.
Yes. And
How did you bathe?
I would heat up water in a pot and then take a cup like this and scoop out the water and then pour it over my head.
But
And-
your brother lives close by. You didn't want to come over to your brother's?
I just felt like I was being a kind of high maintenance, but I didn't expect it to last a month either.
Right.
If I knew it was going to be a month,
Do you have a
would've been
hard
over.
time imposing on
I
other
don't
people?
like to. Yeah. I mean, I'll
It's
do
an
it.
issue of mine too.
Yeah, I just don't like to. I don't want to be dramatic.
Even when you know that you're invited.
Yeah, no, I know you would never turn me away. You'd say, "Jump in the shower."
I have the same
and
thing.
he's got a jacuzzi too, which is warm. You know, that's nice.
Yeah, and I generally won't ask for help unless I'm really in dire need,
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
I know. I sometimes, and you've done that to me a couple times. Like you needed a ride to the airport, you didn't call me. I'm like,
I know.
effing call me, man.
I know. Okay, so are you mostly attached to your version of that story? Like your vision of the managers didn't take care of the hot water? Is that something that you had in your mind?
Yes.
Okay. So, have you been able to let go of that perspective? Like, have you been able to take a look at really what was going on their side? Like, remember we talked about earlier, get away from Robbie's fact that he doesn't have hot water, and then sort of imagine, what it feels like from their perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you still upset at them?
No.
Okay. So, do you think that they were wrong about the way that they approached this?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. So when you put yourself in their shoes, what do you think was going on for them?
Well, there's a backstory. We had a manager and she died. And then this other manager filled in and she just got handed a ton of, crap. And it was probably very overwhelming for her.
The new manager.
Yeah. And she's not a construction person, she's
right,
works in the office, and she's trying to deal with, and there's a lot of people in our building. And I love living there. It's a great location, and I'm 2 blocks away from the Perceptual Shift Studios. I can just jam over here.
How many people in that building?
I
100 or something, or 50?
Easily 100.
Okay, so there were a lot of people that were upset.
Yes.
And that must have been going on to her.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine her phone was probably blowing up and getting, yelled at.
And what did they say? Did they say that we're just going to fix it whenever?
They said that we have to order the part from Oahu and it's going to take a while. And it kept going back and forth. We got the wrong part. We got to send it back. We got, it just went on and on and on.
And that sounds like a very common issue in Hawaii, by the way.
Yes, it's very Hawaii-ish,
yeah.
Exactly. And actually, it's more of a Maui thing, too, because Oahu is a bigger, it's more cosmopolitan.
Exactly. It's got a lot more
Honolulu's a major city.
Exactly.
Maui's like a little one-horse town. And not exactly. That's more like Molokai, mules and stuff. But we're smaller island, yeah.
All right. So, it's interesting that's the kind of the story that you told for this page, because I have a sort of a similar one, because what had happened for me is that I blamed my plumber recently.
Right.
That was the person I blamed.
Wow.
Because
this is water perceptual shifts.
Because we were out of hot water.
Right.
And that just happened recently. You know that, right?
Wow. Interesting.
And what had happened is I reached out to him and he picked up the phone and answered right away, which I thought was great. So no blaming. I'm just stoked, right?
Right.
And then I explained what's going on. And he said, well, let me see if I can get over there and help you out. I'll call you back this afternoon. So he called me back. I wasn't near my phone. I called him back. He wasn't near his phone now. He called me back one more time. I wasn't near my phone.
No.
I called him back. He wasn't near his phone.
Right.
I didn't hear from him. It was the end of the day, and I'm thinking, I can't wait forever for this to happen. I'm going to go over to Home Depot and get myself a water heater.
Right.
A replacement. Because I took the water heaters apart and discovered that one of them was fried. Because we have several downstairs, short
forever,
ones.
Yeah.
And I got it, and then I ended up having a friend of mine who's a handyman, not a plumber, come over and help me put it back together. It actually took 2 days to get this thing back together.
I remember.
A lot of pipes to cut and put together and so forth and so on. So I think that there's a residual of me blaming him even now because he never returned that last call of mine.
Right.
And there's a backstory to this guy too, because I had paid him to do a whole bunch of work for my house that we ended up not doing. And then I said, hey, we ended up not doing that. Can I get that money back? And he said, no. He said, I've used that money. He said, I'll try to help you out in the future. But, so there's this kind of...
That's a little shady.
It taught me a lesson about prepaying.
Yeah, definitely.
So when I get to his perspective, when I put myself in his shoes, he's super busy. I know that. And he told me one thing, plumbers are really, really busy on this island. And
I believe that.
All of these trades are really busy.
Yeah.
And when he took time out of his busy day to call me back, he was like, this guy is desperate. I'm going to, do this favor for him and help him out. And he's not answering my phone.
Right.
Or he's not answering his phone.
Wow.
And he probably was frustrated. So then I called back and he's like, I'm going to give this one more shot.
Right.
And I again didn't answer the phone. He's like, I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah.
And so
some people they get really upset if you don't pick up the phone.
Yeah. And he's, like I said, he's just busy and so forth.
Right.
And I also have to blame my expectations because, this is who this guy is. Right. I've been dealing with him for 5-10 years.
Oh, yeah.
I know his behavior.
Right.
And so, he's just he's like everybody else in the world, doing the best that he can.
You guys have had similar interfaces like this before.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll probably have something else go wrong and he might be there for me, he might not. So the reality for me is that it says how putting myself in their shoes might change my perception. What I really want to identify here is I don't put myself in their shoes to let them off the hook.
Right.
I'm putting myself in their shoes so that I can be free of the resentment.
Right.
Because I cannot love my life and create abundance if I am imprisoned by a resentment.
That's right.
Sometimes I'll talk to people who've been married in the past and they've got divorced and it's years and years have gone by and they're still resenting their ex-spouse.
Yes.
They're still angry at that situation. So I invite anybody that is in that situation, angry at a brother or a sister or a father or an uncle or anybody that's hurt you or perceived hurt you, I invite you to finally let that go so you don't have to punish yourself in that resentment anymore, because resentment really is a punishment for you.
Right.
It doesn't punish them.
Yeah.
Resenting them doesn't hurt them.
It's like walking into a dungeon and closing the door.
Yeah, it's like taking your hand and putting it over a candle and burning yourself and saying, now I'm going to burn myself because I hate you.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? So it may be difficult, the idea of letting that go, of letting that resentment go, because it's so real and what they did was so wrong and so terrible to you. There might be a part of you saying, I'm never going to forgive them. I'm never going to let that go. But if you really want to love your life, if you want to invite abundance into your life, there is no way around it. You will, I know you don't like the word need. What word do you want me to use?
Desire.
The possibility of you achieving a life of freedom and abundance and a life that you love and loving who you are is going to be severely hampered by those resentments.
Right.
And so I will say this again, forgiving does not mean that what they did was okay.
Right. It's not co-signing it.
It's not co-signing their bullshit.
Right.
Forgiving means that you no longer want to be attached to their illness.
Right. And don't want to do that dance anymore.
Yes, you're going to get out of the toxic realm of their existence.
The orbit of it.
You're going to let them go and you're going to give them to the universe.
Right. Without expectations.
Exactly. If I don't do that, I'm just punishing myself. Right?
That is so true. I was going to ding, but I can't multitask.
Let me ask you a question before we close this session out. Who do you think is the one person in your life that you spent way too much time resenting?
Unfortunately, myself in parts of my life. I got to...
What did you resent yourself for?
I just, felt guilty about things, and I did some shady things in relationships and cheating and stuff like that.
So unable to forgive yourself.
And I had an abortion with this girl, and I thought it was no big deal. I was not caring at all.
Right.
Because I didn't want to deal with it, and that was so selfish and unloving, and it still bothers me that I did that. And also,
even though you've made amends.
Yeah.
But not to yourself.
Well, I've done work on it. I've done a lot of writing on it.
So
But I mean, if I had a do-over, I would do it differently. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's very honest. I'm going to give you a ding because
thanks.
when we talk about holding on to resentments,
Right.
resentments towards ourselves
Yeah.
are extremely dangerous
Yes.
because they end up
They're corrosive on the soul level.
in low
yeah.
self-esteem
Right.
and self-pity.
Sure.
And even if we feel like we're a person that doesn't live in self-pity,
Yeah.
it's in the background there.
Right.
Because we're not forgiving ourselves.
Yeah. Kind of lingering. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that the person...
It's like that cornflake on the plate that you said, or the spoon.
Right. I would say that the person that I had the hardest time forgiving was hell.
Yes. That's
Was
takes,
hell
yeah.
for me. And, because our ex-stepfather, did a lot of shady things and tried to have our mom committed to a hospital to take her money and molesting kids. And he was just a real creepy guy.
He was a creepazoid. Yeah,
And,
totally.
And it's been very hard to, and I'll be honest, I don't like what he did.
Yeah.
But I'm no longer attached to it.
Yeah.
I've given him to the universe, and I'm like, that's it. He's
Right.
probably dead. Who
Yeah.
knows where he is? This is way in the past. I don't want his sickness corrupting my life.
Enough already.
And so I let go.
Yeah, good.
I let go. And
I can't afford to hate someone.
yeah, exactly.
It's such an icky...
I did hate him.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
It's such an icky, dark kind of like I'm covered in tar or something.
Yeah,
It just feels very unclean to my spirit.
I'll be honest with you. Some people say, well, pray for them or wish them to be dancing with rainbows and whatever.
That's a
little rough on me.
Kumbaya, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. If it works for you, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, totally.
But for me,
it can hurt, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
sometimes I think feeling the feelings and just processing it and trying to move past it.
yeah, I feel like, I might not be able to say like, I hope you have a great life, but I can say, I hope you don't hurt anybody else.
Yeah, sure.
And I hope you stay away from me.
Right. That's a good, healthy boundary, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right. So our time is up.
Yep.
I can see our timer's black.
Our timer died, yeah.
Okay. But regardless,
Just another day at Perceptual Shift Studios.
right. There's a couple things I want to say to you, but before we do that, you want to put on your
I want to
shifties?
shift again.
Okay. This is going to be a three-song
It's
show.
been a bumpy one in the
Right.
music department here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not playing Cinnamon Girl.
We're not going to play Cinnamon Tea either.
No, we're not going to play that. We're going to do a regular outro song.
That's right.
If you haven't been with us,
We got to leave you rocking here.
Get ready.
It's part of our little rock and roll mantra here
right.
at Perceptual Shift Studios. Here we go.
now you've heard the Shift Show.
Hope you got your mind blown. You'll be back next week with more to say. And if you are a seeker, buy the book, dig deeper. Take what you like and now go out and play.
Be sure to have fun, everybody.
The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There we go, baby.
All right.
I was a little rusty on that one, actually. Just a little tiny bit, but that's okay.
It had a good energy to it, though.
It did. Okay, so the last couple things I want to say to everybody before we go is, once again, if you want to buy the book, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or you can DM me at James M. Quine on Instagram or TikTok, and I can get you a signed copy of the book. If you don't have a lot of money and you want to go through the book and answer the questions,
Kindle, just a couple of ducats.
that's right. Just get a journal or something to write in.
Do some writing.
Yeah, and I am still actively working on the Audible because the other
great.
day somebody asked me, is there an Audible?
Yeah,
Because I like
know.
listening.
A lot of my friends love valuable books. I love them too.
Right. But this is available. If you're on YouTube, this is available on Spotify and Apple, so you can listen there.
Yeah.
But you can't listen to the book because I'm still working on that.
Right.
The other thing is Saturday, the workshop.
Yeah,
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go through the book.
It's
Come
very
join us.
intimate. All of the meetings have been fantastic, in my opinion. They're like an hour long. We don't get through a lot of the book because
it's fun. I love it.
Doing the writing together, so we have to mute it out. We do our writing, and then we all share.
Yep. So DM me if you want the password to that and the information on that. Like, follow, subscribe if you dug this podcast for sure. Share it with somebody you think that could benefit from it if you think so. And one more word about loving life, because some people don't understand the idea of life loving.
Right.
They think it's a little bit too
woo-woo.
Woo-woo, yeah, exactly. And, I go around yelling, I love my life a lot. I yell it in parking lots. I yell it when I wake up. I yell it at night. I yell it during the day. I mean, I really do say it out loud as, like you said, a mantra. And also, it's an affirmation, to remind me to love life.
Yeah, and also it kind of comes out of the heart chakra. It's like, it's one thing to say, I love my life. It's a whole other thing to just really yell it. And
exactly. It feels similar in a way when I look in the mirror in the morning and I say, I love you, James, because that's something that I do.
Right.
And doing that is an affirmation that I do love me. So even if I don't love me in that moment, I'm aspiring to love myself.
Act into right thinking.
Act into right thinking, exactly. And so if I say I love my life, I'm reminding my mind that I love life. I love being alive.
Also, it's an announcement to the universe.
It really is. It's also a form of appreciation to the universe.
I agree.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if you stub your toe, you're going to love that moment.
Right, yeah.
But I'll bet you love having a toe.
I love my toes.
I love my toes. Even my split toe.
Yeah.
My thing. Yeah.
Especially,
exactly.
So you can love it back
I
to
give it
being
a lot of love.
Normal toe.
So if you want to love life more, if you're not already yelling out, I love my life, come try it with us. We're going to do it right now. We raise our hands up and we just yell it out.
It feels effing good.
Try
it or deny it.
And you can do this anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not feeling like you're loving life.
Yeah.
Okay? 1,
2,
3. I love my life! Ow! Thanks, everyone. The Perceptual Shift Show. Whoa, whoa.